A charge q is brought from infinity slowly so that the no heat is developed in the shell, heat developed in the shell is negligible, and is placed at the center of the conducting neutral spherical shell of the inner radius A and the outer radius B. Then the work done by the external agent will be equal to. Now consider that there are concentric shells of the radius A and this radius over A is equal to B. A charge is initially at infinity. At infinity it means that there is no potential energy of the system, because the inner and outer shell is also equal to 0. So initially both of them is equal to 0. Then the charge is brought at the center of the shell, okay, plus q. There will be, due to, now the electric field intensity inside the shell should be equal to 0. So there will be negative charges developed inside this shell, which will be equal to negative q, so that the total electric field intensity is 0. And due to the law of conservation of the charges, there will be positive charges developed outside the shell. There will be positive charges developed outside the shell, and due to the law of conservation of charges, its value will be equal to plus q, okay, so that the initial charge q remains equal, initial and final charge remains equal, okay. So now basically the work done will be equal to u2 minus u1, that is the final potential energy minus the initial potential energy. Now understand that the total potential energy will be due to, now the inner shell is charged, okay, the inner shell is charged. So due to it there will be potential energy due to the inner shell, plus there will be potential energy developed due to the outer shell, plus there will be interaction energy between the inner and the outer shell, plus there will be interaction energy between the charge q and the inner shell, plus there will be interaction energy between the charge q and the outer shell, okay. I am repeating it once again. Since the inner shell is charged, there will be certain potential developed at the center, and there will be certain potential developed due to this inner shell, and there will be potential energy, okay. Since the outer shell is also charged, there will be certain potential energy developed due to the outer shell too, okay, since it's because of its own charge. Now there are negative charges on the inner shell and there are positive charges on the outer shell, so there will be certain potential energy between the inner and the outer shell. Now there will be interaction between the central charge and the inner shell. It will be equal to the potential energy developed between the central charge and the inner shell, and similarly there will be interaction between the central charge and the outer charges, so there will be potential energy due to the central charge and the outer shell. Let us first start with the potential energy of the inner shell. It will simply be equal to k minus q square divided by the radius, which is equal to a, plus due to the outer shell it will be equal to k q square divided by b. The outer shell, the radius is equal to b, this is equal to 2a and 2b due to its own potential, plus it will be equal to k. Now the interaction between the inner shell and the outer shell, this part is very important. It is equal to minus q plus q divided by b, okay. It should be equal to the radius, it should be equal to the radius of the outer shell, okay. It should be equal to the radius of the outer shell, plus it will be equal to k q minus q divided by a. This is the interaction between the central charge and the inner shell, plus k q divided by b. This is the energy developed. This is the energy developed due to the interaction between the inner charge and the outer shell. So I can take k q square by a common. Let us first solve for a. It will be equal to 1 by 2, okay. It will be equal to 1 by 2 minus it will be equal to 1, okay. 1 by 2 minus 1, okay, plus k q square. Similarly for b, k q square by b, it will be equal to half plus 1, okay, plus 1. So basically this is minus 1 plus 1, okay. It will be equal to minus 1 plus 1. So this is the total interaction energy. So this is the total interaction energy for a and b. So for a it will come out to be minus q square divided by 2a, and for b it will come out to be plus q square divided by 2b, okay. So if I rearrange this part, it can be written as k q square divided by 2b minus k q square divided by 2a. This is the total work done, okay. This is the total work done, which is equal to option number C.